Hey y'all, so this is Beauty Manifested. I'm Danny Datish. I don't know how I like my makeup today. I just came from a date and it's different. Anyways, I just had a little realization about my dating journey, hypergamous dating journey, whatever. So this is what happened to me. So I got entangled with a man when I was about 21, when I was 21 years old. I got entangled with this man, and it ended up being a really toxic situation for me, but I was still in my girlfriend boyfriend mode, and so I felt loyalty towards this man even though there was really no reason to feel that way. But anyway, so I got entangled with him, and it was like a really traumatic situation for me, even though a lot of good did come out of it. Like, he helped me start my business, he introduced me to a lot of people, like a lot of things happened. But anyways, after the fact, my confidence and my ability to choose men literally had to go through an extreme reevaluation. I was like, okay, let me see what is the issue. And so I went on this massive hypergamous dating journey. I hired coaches, I bought courses, I consumed content on YouTube, I read articles, I joined groups of women. I literally went on a whole journey. This started 2 years ago. I've been on this massive journey. It was crazy because I was like, I have to start from zero. Actually, I think I'm starting from negative because I can't choose men. No. And all I knew was that was a horrible experience, and I never wanted to be in a situation like that ever again in my life. And so I'm actually really happy that happened, because this has been a good journey. But now that I've been on the journey 2 years, and I've kind of come full circle, not full circle, but I'm a healed and whole woman now, and I feel totally confident in my ability to choose good men. I realize now that I always had the ability to get really good treatment from men. I've always been treated well from men. I'm just the kind of woman who gets treated well by men because I treat myself well, and two, I put off a kind of vibe that's very royal and bougie and extra and all this stuff. And so anytime a man took advantage of me, he really didn't take advantage of me. I was just overgiving. I've never had a man ask me for anything. Never. I never had a man tell me to split a bill. I never had a man do any of that stuff. I've never had a man not spoil me on my birthday. I never, none of that, within his price range. So what I learned now is that the issue was not that there was something wrong with my look, there was something wrong with my speech, and I wasn't attracting good men. The issue was the men who I was choosing to keep around, right? So I was choosing men who were in a low tax bracket because I just vibed with them better, and I just liked them better and stuff like that. And me coming from such a privileged household and things like that, I never had to date for money. It was a non-factor. Money has never been a concern for me. I've always had money. I'm always gonna have money. Money loves me. I love money. It's easy for me to manifest money. And so I never dated for money. Why? I just had no reason to. I dated for personality. I dated for vibes. I dated for stuff like that, which is stupid. That is really stupid and dumb. But anyway, so I dated men in this low tax bracket because at my young dumb age, that's who I would vibe with. I wanted guys who smoked weed and hung out all night and stuff like that, because that's the kind of stuff I was into. And they would do what they could for me, but it wasn't a lot because they didn't have a lot. So then when I started wanting more, I became incompatible with these men, and I became really angry at them and resentful, even though I was the one who chose them. And I was oh my God, why are you not more ambitious? And it's well, you didn't choose him for his ambition. You chose him because you thought he was fun. And now you want an ambitious man out of nowhere, and you're mad at this man for not becoming the thing that you want. But it just wasn't making sense. But what I've learned now is that I already was attracting really good men. There's nothing I needed to change. I just needed to see the red flags and then drop the guy immediately. I just didn't know what I was looking for. And now that I know, I feel it's become literally so easy. So easy. I remember hiring dating coaches, and they were you don't have to ask a man for anything. Men are naturally giving creatures. They will give you what they have and what they feel comfortable giving, and all you have to do is show up. And I was what? Well, how come I'm showing up and I'm not getting anything? And I don't know why that was happening. Oh, it's because I was showing up to men who didn't have anything to give. Duh. he would give to you if he had it, but he doesn't have it, and it would be stupid of you to stick around until he does. Like, you have your whole young life ahead of you. Go to where you can get the most, obviously. Yeah, but anyway, so now that I'm putting myself in the right spaces, like, it's literally so easy. It's so easy. And it's not about just like getting things from men or being a sugar baby or this and that. It's about just like having your time well compensated and well spent. It's about being in mutually beneficial situations. It's just about valuing yourself and having high value experiences. Like, duh. It's not about gold digging. It's not about any of that. It's just about like, what do they call, like, being equally yoked. Like, I know that I'm amazing, awesome, beautiful, wonderful, fantastic. I'm a whole status symbol. Like, a man being seen out with me is a flex. Why would I be hanging out with Pookie from down the block? Like, I have nothing to gain from that, and he has everything to gain from that. And he's lowering my value by even standing close to me. Like, back up, Pookie. Ugh. So, I don't know what the point of this was, but I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really confident. And it's so funny because I started this journey so that I could attract a good man. And now that I'm able to attract good men, I don't think I even want to be in a relationship. Why would I be in a relationship when I can have 10 men taking care of me? When I can go out with my girlfriends whenever I want? When I can have everything paid for every single time and then do it again tomorrow night? Like, why would I get into a relationship with a man or a marriage with a man and then start having to do life with him and start having to plan and strategize and take on all this responsibility? Like, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. The only way a man is going to get me to marry him is he literally makes it the easiest and funnest thing in the world. Like, he literally takes care of everything. He gives me all the incentives. Like, and I wish every woman viewed marriage like this. Like, marriage is not this, like, oh, like, I hope they don't marry me. I hope that this. I just want my Cinderella story. No, like, girl, you can literally have your Cinderella story every night for the rest of your life with a different man, and it can be such a great time. And then there's girls out here getting literally so much without a relationship. It's actually shocking, and I believe I'll only get better at this art form in time. So if you're gonna marry someone, like, please let it make sense. Please let it make sense. Please don't let a man convince you that you guys are gonna build something together. Like, what? No. Why would I build something with you when I could have 10 men out here building things for me without having to marry them and have their children and take care of them and do life planning with them? Like, it's people who have their girlfriends on their life insurance policy, irrevocable beneficiaries, mind you. Like, why? I'm not. Like, sir, what? I've had a man ask me to be his girlfriend on like the 5th date. Sir, what? No. Like, you call me whatever you want. Call me whatever you want. If it's girlfriend, if it's wifey, if it's boo, if it's babe, like, call me whatever makes you feel comfortable. But just know I absolutely am not exclusive to you. Like, you must have lost your mind. Like, why? Like, there would be literally no reason. There would, like, we're only on the 5th date. Unless you wrote me a check for $250,000 on the first date and then continue to spend $20,000 per date after that, then maybe I would probably be your girlfriend because it's looking good. And who knows how long it will last, because who can keep spending like that? Like, how long can this possibly go on? Like, it can't go on that long. So, like, no, I can't. Like, there's no price on it. Like, I cannot be your girlfriend. I cannot. Like, a man will have to solve all the problems in my life, and I don't even have problems to solve. So how's he gonna do it? Like, I'm not ready. I think I'm not ready to settle down. Like, and it's crazy because I started this whole journey because I really wanted to settle down, and I really wanted to find a good man to be my husband, and I really wanted to find a good man to have kids with, and like, do all these things. And now that I made it, and now that I have men who want to do that with me, I'm like, no. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. It sounds good when you can't have it, but once it's so easy and available to you, it's like, no, I don't think that is really actually a good plan or a good idea. Like, married to you, like, you, like, for what? Like, these men don't even have money for real. Like, the men, I'm 25, so I'm usually dating men who who are 30 to 35 in general. Sometimes I'll date like 37, 38, 39, but I don't like to go higher than that. And I usually don't attract higher than that. Sometimes I will attract like the random 55-year-old, and I'm not like, what are we gonna do? Like, for real, like, you think I'm gonna be changing your diapers in a few years? I think not. You think you're gonna have a stroke at our kids' baseball game? I think not. Like, so there's no serious relationship pending with a 55-year-old man. But so I tend to attract 30 to 35 most commonly, because just like based on the places I hang out, based on things, a 30 to 35-year-old, even if he's making $1 million a year, like, he's just not wealthy yet. Like, he's just not, and I feel like he's not ready, personally. I mean, who am I to count his pockets? But he's not ready. He hasn't built up enough wealth. His house is not paid off. His car hopefully is paid off, but like, he's just not ready to be a husband. And so I feel like I should give it at least 5 more years of me living my best life, and then I'll get married, and then I'll have the kids, because hell to no, I am not marrying these men. No. You're not gonna get me. You are not gonna get me. And I'm actually really excited to have kids. I really do want to have kids. And I actually do know a lot of couples who married like very, very young, before anyone was making money. The man wasn't making money, the woman wasn't making money. They married young, and now the man is like buying her a business, and they're doing all kinds of wonderful, beautiful things together. And I love that for them. I know a lot of couples like that. Like, they married super young, and now the husband's doing really good. Love that for them. But I kind of feel like, and this is a limiting belief, super limiting belief, but I feel like I already missed that window. Like, if I was gonna do that, I would have married someone while I was in college. I probably would have married my first boyfriend, but I didn't pick my first boyfriend very good. And so I'm past that. And so now I have to have like a later marriage, because I certainly will not be throwing away the rest of my 20s for one of these men. Because it doesn't make economical sense for me. It doesn't make emotional sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me to do right now. I can't make it make sense in my head. If someone else has an explanation, let me know in the comments, and then I'll take that into consideration. Because right now, girl, no. It's too many good men out here spending money for me to be with just one who's gonna put me on a budget. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't. Doesn't make sense. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I know the men hate to hear it. I know they hate it. Like, oh, you're a gold digger. Oh, it's only about the money. It's only about the money. But that's just because they never lived the hot girl life. Like, they don't know what it would be to give it up. Like, they don't. And men say all the time, like, oh my God, like, these are my best sexual years. Like, these are my best sexual years. Like, I don't want to settle down right now. Like, I'll settle down when I have erectile dysfunction. That's how I feel too. Me too. Like, these are literally my best years. Like, people are throwing money at me for just simply existing. Like, I'm not a stripper, and they're just throwing money at me for literally just drinking coffee. Like, that's all I have to do. Why would I marry some man who's gonna put me on a budget? Like, I'm not interested in that. Stay away from me, sir. Stay far away. If you have any budgets in mind, just get away from me. If a man is trying to tell me like, oh, that would be financially irresponsible, that's fine. Go be financially responsible over there with Keisha, because I don't want to be financially responsible with you. I'll be financially responsible later. Well, I'm financially responsible with my money while I'm spending his money. Like, why would I marry you so we can be like financially responsible together, when I can be financially responsible with my own money and financially irresponsible with 10 men's money? Like, just make it make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, these men have no leverage, and it's so crazy because I'm a whole ass businesswoman now. Like, I'm a whole businesswoman. I learned so much over the past 4 years about like negotiation. I've negotiated my little butt off, and you have to have some sort of leverage. You have to have something where you would be like, oh, I'm gonna pull on the deal. If this doesn't happen, I'm pulling on the deal. Men don't have any type of leverage like that unless they're dealing with an insecure woman, like a 18 to 20. Well, the age doesn't matter. Just a woman who hasn't like realized her worth yet, because the world doesn't want you to know. So if you're dealing with a woman who hasn't realized her worth yet, okay, fine, you can pull on the deal, because you can just be like, you're gonna die. He'll be like, you're gonna die alone. You're gonna die alone. If you don't cook and clean for me and be financially responsible with me, then you're gonna die alone. And she's like, oh no, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to be be a cat lady, and then she'll fall for that. But a woman who's already realized her worth, a man has no leverage. Like, it's no leverage. Like, pull on the deal. Pull on it. They be like, oh, like, that's not gonna work for me. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. See ya. And then they come back 24 hours later, like, exactly. That's what I thought. Let's go to the mall. Like, what? It's no leverage. It's no leverage. Like, it's nothing. He has no leverage. He can't pull on the deal because he has nothing to pull, because I barely even want what he has anyways. Like, what are you gonna pull on? It's already 10 men lined up to take your spot. Literally. And I'm not even in, like, the club scene. I'm not a stripper. I'm not any of these things. I'm just a regular average girl. I'm not even receiving on the highest levels. I'm not even receiving on the medium level. I'm at the low level because I just realized my worth, like, basically yesterday. Literally. And already, I'm like, these men literally have no leverage. Like, and they always come back. Like, they literally always come back. Like, abundance mindset. What one man told me, I told him, like, I don't know, basically I was telling him, like, I didn't want to sleep with him, and he was like, that's fine. Like, I don't want to force anyone to do anything. Like, I have an abundance mindset. Like, for everyone who won't, there's 10 who will. And he told me that to my face. And luckily, because I've already realized my value, it didn't offend me or hurt my feelings. Like, some women, that would have put them into scarcity. They would be like, oh, if I don't sleep with him, he's going to sleep with 10 other women. I have to sleep with him, or else I'm going to be alone. And I was just like, interesting. Really interesting. How much is it going to cost him to try to get those other 10 women to sleep with him? How many dates? How many purses? How many shopping sprees? Like, how? Like, you have to invest in a woman to get her to sleep with you. So how are you gonna do that? Like, let me know. Please let me know. He said, for everyone who won't, it's 10 who will. Really? It's a lot cheaper for me to get a man to come spend some money on me than it is to get a woman into bed. So how many women can you even afford the 10 women? No, you can't. So you're bluffing. I'm not trying to hear it. Spend some money. That's it. And I'm not sleeping with you until you spend the money. And even then, I'm still not sleeping with you. So the joke's on you. The woman has all the leverage. The man has no leverage. That's why they're mad. That's why they're making podcasts. It is what it is. Like, it's just going to be what it's going to be. I'm sorry to break it to you, men, but you're not at a good negotiating point. You're really, really, really not. The only women who you can negotiate with are the ones who haven't realized their worth. Like, and as soon as she realized, she's out of there. She's out of there. And you think you get the one who doesn't know her worth. You break her little heart. She does everything she can to try to keep you around. She opens her legs for you. She swipes her credit card for you. She does all kinds of things. She's doing everything. She's trying to be wifey. She's cooking. She's cleaning. She's taking Pilates. She's doing the whole damn thing. You break her freaking heart. Break it. And guess where she's going to be? On my YouTube channel watching my videos. And guess what she's never going to do? Be with a pookie like you. It's done. It's done. It's done. This is the female revolution. We're taking over the world. We're taking our power back. And it feels freaking good. It feels so good to be a goddess. I love my life. I love it. I love myself. I love to look in the mirror. I love my smile. I love my makeup. I love my hair. I love my skin. I love everything about me. And a man has no leverage. A woman always has power over a man. Never forget. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Be beautiful. Peace.